Alright, I just had a couple videos that I wanted to make. So, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Anyway, this one is on victimhood, and the polarity of victimhood is punishment. And the easiest way to get out of victimhood is to turn the blame around. That's my little booby trap in my fence. But yeah, you see where all those bricks are? See my little, birds really love that little fence line made out of wood. Anyway, all these bricks have fantastic, sorry, I know you're dizzy, raspberries, and they're all coming up, just transplanted. And this is my makeshift UPS and medicine chest for pickups for people. And that's my other little fence line. Alright, so, now that you've gone upside down and all around, I have my blueberries growing back. I planted 6. One is thriving, one is really trying hard, and 4 no bueno. This is my meadow because, you know, I live in the desert, sand dune pretty much, and clay, and I wanted a little mini meadow for Jin to lay in, so I don't know how many types of grasses I have in here, but quite a few. And finally I've got burdock coming up, and got my gorgeous chicory, and yep, everything's just starting to jam. So soapwort, 3rd year soapwort everywhere is just gorgeousness. Oh, look at that little chicory. I'm going to have that in a salad tonight. Ooh, and some dandelions. I'm going to have some of those. Alright. So look at that soapwort. The soapwort is like that all over. So 3rd year happy soapwort. My meadow is doing so gorgeous. Yeah, I've even got some alfalfa in here, which is edible. This is finally, I planted red clover everywhere, and this is the 2nd year for this guy. Finally is really jamming. And, you know, that's it. Here's my little peach trees I started from seed. So over the winter, I lost one, which is okay. So now I'm down to 2, 4, 6, 8, something like that. Had 8, down to 7. Alright, so now I've got everything going in the garden. It's going to be pretty good. It's early, still early here. And look at that potato, cracks me up. Okay, anyway, look at the kale. It's trying to seed because it's, you know, from over the winter, and so I keep breaking that off. And just keep on eating it. Alright, so I want to go over here, I don't know, and maybe sit. The quail's babies are about to hatch, and they will eat you out of house and home. So, gotta have bird tape. Look at that. Rhubarb is beautiful. My cat nip is amazing. And finally, these guys, these were new transplants, elderberry, they're really going good. Ooh, bee balm and yarrow. Yarrow. We'll get closer to the hops. Look at how beautiful. I keep bringing her back onto her thing, but she's looking so good. Got horehound. I know I'm procrastinating on weeding, but here's the other elderberry, so fighting. So I have 4 now, elderberries. They'll be huge, which will be great. Birds will love them. Finally, this is the 3rd year after planting wood rose that 3 of them are finally starting to thrive. That's what happens when you have dirt that doesn't even absorb water. I mean, really the only thing that can help that is just plant roots, plant roots, plant roots, plant roots. Plant roots, plant roots. Oh, look, I got bean. A bean coming up. Yay, go bean. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about just a quick video and quick story on victimization. The other side of victimization is punishment. So when you victimize yourself, you get punishment. Whatever that punishment you believe in, you get. So let me just have a little sit here with my really gorgeous hops. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. When I was doing an apprenticeship with a very powerful Lakota Sioux medicine woman who was part of the elk family, you can look up black elk yourself. When I was like 23, I'll be 55, I guess, I think this year. And we would have, patients that would come in, and she did energetic medicine. Her sessions were about 3 hours long, because back then, energetic medicine, it just took a long time. Going through the vitals and all the other stuff and making adjustments physically and all those other adjustments. And she had a small crew. I was one of them for a while. And she had, and it's kind of a really long story that involves like government agencies and kidnapping, but she evolved with her own, innate powers to be able to literally shift any disease that any person had on a, let's say, energetic level. So one time we had a patient that came in, and she ended up, the medicine woman pulled the cancer out of her body in the energetic field. Now, sometimes this can leave marks and bruises and stuff, even though she never touched the body. It's the body's response to what is happening, because, we are, I don't know, like Deepak Chopra has a statement for it. We are not physical beings having somewhat we're not physical beings having somewhat spiritual experiences. We are spiritual beings having sometime physical experiences. So I trained with her for like about a year. And so when I tell people I do energy medicine, I'm talking energy medicine of the highest order. So she pulled the cancer out without touching the body out of the energy field. When the woman left, she turned around and looked at me and she said, well, she's going to be back probably in about 6 months, because she's going to conjure something worse in her body, because she can't just let go of the victimization. And her victimization, her punishment is cancer, MS, things that are incurable, because she has to give herself a death sentence, because that's her way she energetically punishes herself. So how do we, like in the simplest form, get out of victimization? Well, we stop blaming anything outside of us. Yeah, do people do things to us that we don't like? We do. But the difference is that if I blame them, well, you did this and this and this and this, or they did this to me, then I have to have a punishment, because I have to be bad, right? Some part of me has to be bad. Instead of just turning the statement around to, I allowed it. And since I allowed it to happen, I can choose to disallow it from ever happening again, and changing the scenario with the whatever the event or the person is. So anyway, that woman did come back to my teacher, and she had a worse disease. And so then the question became, as a practitioner, because they can't seem to understand that they're actually creating it, and how much involvement am I going to have as the practitioner to keep healing them over and over again when they just refuse to take any kind of personal responsibility? And the answer is no. We don't. I don't. Was taught not to, because if the person's going to choose their punishment as some type of physical disease or death, then I can try to attempt to heal them, try to help to reroute them. But if they are just adamant on an energetic level, on an emotional level, on a physical level to, go down this path, I can't help them or cure them again. And that's just kind of the end of it. Because, yeah. So that's kind of like victimization, and the polarity that comes with it is punishment. So that's just a little story. I see it a lot. I have fired patients in the past, quite a few. And it's more or less not to hurt them or betray them or anything else. But money can't buy you health. Money can't buy you happiness. Money can't change things. And just because you want to engage me, in some type of mechanism, doesn't mean that I have to continue to have those choices, especially when I feel like I'm doing you more harm than good. And my perspective is to do no harm. So anyway, that's it. I hope this helps. At least it's a thought, a seed. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.